Welcome to another part of our CSS tutorial. In this part, I will be going over the display and the visibility properties. With the display property, you can specify the box type used for an HTML element. So, for example, I'll apply the display property to this span that you see, which is inside this paragraph tag. So this blue box is the background of the paragraph, and this text is what's inside the span. So I'll select the span by the ID sp1. So enter hash sp1, and then I'll add the background color to the span. So I'll make it light green. So if I save and refresh, here you see light green span, and write the display property. And for this, the default is inline, and you can also set it to, for example, block, which will contain the entire width of the paragraph for the span. So if I save and refresh, now you see that the span got changed to the width of 100%. You can also change it to, for example, inline-block. This will make the element behave like a inline item, like how it was by default, but the inside will be a block. So if I refresh, you see that it is displaying similarly how it displayed the inline right here. But if I resize, it will break at where this line is starting and ending. As you see, it went to the next line where this span was started. And if I go down further, here you see it also broke this line of where the span was ending, and now you see that it is behaving like a block at a smaller level. Had this been inline, it would have looked something similar like this. So let me make this bigger again. You can also set it to, for example, list item. It'll make the span behave like a list item. There are various other values you can set the display to as well. So I'll change it back to inline. Now you can also control the visibility of items by using the visibility property. So for example, the default value for visibility is visible. If I make it hidden, it will hide whatever element you apply to. Since I'm applying to the span, it will hide this green span, as you can see here. Now you see that it does hide, but it doesn't remove the space that the element was occupying. Now if you had a table, for example, I have this table here, you can use another value for visibility. I'll apply that to this heading row, which is the first, last, and the country. So I'll select the tr.heading, which will select this tr and the class heading. And then for this, I'll add the visibility to collapse. So if I make it collapse and then save, now it'll hide this element, but it'll also remove the space, as you see here. Had I made this hidden, it would have kept the space, as you see here. So for tables, you can also use collapse, which basically collapses the table and removes the space that that row would have occupied. Now if you make it collapse to the span, it would not work, as you see here. It only works with table elements. So this is it for display properties for CSS. If you have any questions or comments, do leave a comment below, and remember to subscribe. Thank you.